Mm-mm.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence. When you go on the road and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Houston Cougars, taking on another Big 12 foe. Here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Cincinnati's offense will get the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the lone running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Looking for running.
Couldn't get around that corner.
43-yard line before he stops. The Cougars offense has the ball for the first time. The age of the game-breaking here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
All right, guys, let's talk Houston. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. Fires to the middle. To stop the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a crease to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that
Good
third
defense,
down.
stout.
And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Martin.
By the receiver on the in route there, and how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. Makes the catch.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
He'll go to the sneak. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Now, when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6. the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it on the outside. Gashes him in the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play. His longest.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone.
Like that.
We love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it to the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit.
What?
They'll get talked about a lot.
I don't care.
It's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game.
Turning it on. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Spins away from the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Houston.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Cincinnati, 7.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dumb.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Jean-Pierre. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Caught behind the line. It's Brooks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The give out of the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Jean-Pierre. Got his man. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hand off from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Bearcats heading quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right on target this time. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
The Bearcats decide to punt it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Jean-Pierre. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it on the right. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougars. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And, man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Oregon. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Snagged out of the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes a grab deep. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bearcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the ground, he's got it again. Makes it past the marker.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Extending the play. He's going to take off. Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you get a big gain.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And the route is on.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
On the double. Jackrabbit.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lost to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Smith. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Go to the house with it. Go to the house with it. House it.
He's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Houston. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
That makes the score. Houston.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Fakes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Off play action. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key because last game he was under 50% on his
And to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Taking it the other way. The tag. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him. There's a flag on the field. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to impose their will with the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Jean-Pierre. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Single back formation, and they give it to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something back.
Makes the grab. He's got him first down. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Bailey. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He got a step and just dusted the field. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They march 72 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away.
There he goes. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. This Houston offense about to snap the down again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Grabbed over the middle, it's Martin. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Houston has it with a 1st and goal. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Bulldozes his way through. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And that goes down as a pass completion. How about the quarterback seeing the fullback, understanding I can get some positive yards here, dumping it off to him to get a small gain.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the air. It's Bailey. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's in open space downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Hands it off on the counter. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
That last score just a little icing on the cake in this one as they get set to kick it away again. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Oh.